Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Host Margie Taylor. Sitting next to me is my co-host Jessica Brazington, and this is Lone Star Community Radio, downtown Conroe, the Conroe Tower, Conroe City Hall, FM 104.5, 106.1, live streaming, irlonestar.com, Facebook Live, Conroe Culture News, and YouTube Live, all that. So there's no reason why you don't share this. So this is going to be fabulous. So Jessica will be my host. She will not be the co-host. She will be the host for the month of August as I celebrate 10 years of having my business, Taylorized PR, and we are taking the RV and going westward. So I'm looking forward to that. Never done that. Never take time off. I'll still be working remotely, of course, but not physically. I won't physically be here. Time to be with family. So with that, today on this show, the last one before I come back in September, we have Michele Kooken. Did I pronounce that right? Michele Kooken. She is the Chief Executive Officer of Yes to Youth, Montgomery County Youth Services. And she's going to talk about youth crisis counseling, the shelter programs, their gala that's coming up, and many other things. In the second segment, we will have Dennis Feely. He's the assistant manager of Restore that's owned by Habitat for Humanity. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And Patricia Etris. She's the director of strategic partnerships. And they will be talking about affordable housing, their home improvement, Restore Shop, and some other programs that they have to age in place or veteran services and things like that. The show is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic, and they are located at 3303 West Davis by Conroe High School and Taco Bell, and you know that's Highway 105. Easy to find, and she treats everyone from weekend athletes to professionals with a focus on natural holistic healing to not only relieve pain but achieve optimal health. And she holds certifications in adjusting extremities, arm, legs, hands, feet, clinical nutrition, prenatal, and pediatric care. She has a special program. If your child is already a patient of Roger Stein Chiropractic, they have a fun day once a month where they dress up in different costumes. It's so cool because she treats everybody, infants, prenatal, all of that, and it helps for holistic healing. So if you're a new patient, it's only $37, and it all gets donated back to CASA, who was on our show last week. If you're not familiar with CASA, it's for kids in the child welfare system in Montgomery County. So what's going on this week in Conroe? There's a lot going on. First, I want to recognize that Tina Cafeo, who is a part of the downtown theaters in Conroe for many years, she passed away on July 10th after Hurricane Beryl, and she was married to her husband Manny for 42 years. She taught voice lessons and drama to youth and adults over the years, who not only learned from her, but treasured her impact she made in their lives by the memories they left on her website honoring her, TinaTheStarMaker.com. She performed on stage in Nonsense at the Crichton Theater, directed by her husband, Manny, in the 90s. She then had a role in Annie, Chicago, and many other productions. Most recently, she directed Spam-A-Lot in December 2022. The Monty Awards, which they haven't had those for a while, but it was started in the 2011-2012 season. They were kind of like the Academy Awards downtown, and they presented awards for Best Picture, Best Theatrical Performance, just Best Director, Best Show, all those different things. And so in 2017, Tina won the Monty for the Best Show of the Year, Mary Poppins. She won Best Director. and Best Lifetime Achievement Award. Tina worked with theater stars from local to Broadway, opera stars, television stars, writers, screenwriters, theater owners, pianists, and professional stage managers, but her impact was in Conroe. This is where she lived. So we want to thank her for enriching the lives of many, and especially those in Conroe. You made a very evident mark. So a few things going on. Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat will be at the Crichton Theater August 1st through 4th, and this is part of the Jim Bingham Youth Summer Camp. Jim Bingham had been with the Crichton Theater for like 30 years, so they made a summer camp for youth, and the kids will be performing August 1st through 4th. You can get tickets at crichtontheater.org. The Heritage Museum of Montgomery County will have a Saturday Pioneer Adventure on August 3rd. Absolutely free. They do this every month, and this is for kids 5 years of age and older with parents. You cannot drop your children off over there. They're going to paint rocks, and the Heritage Sewing and Craft Club will be helping them with that. So, do y'all know it's almost back to school time, too?
Yes.
That kind of makes more relevance with Yes to Youth being on here. So Friday, August 9th through Sunday, August 11th is tax-free weekend, if you don't know. You need to put that on your calendar, because that means they will probably have other sales besides tax-free. They always do. Mm-hmm. With that, we're going to take a quick break and be back with Michele from Yes to Youth.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Gold Lake Conroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas Ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your question. Get seen on TV or YouTube and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Sponsor your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
Conroe Culture News is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic. Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers, has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County for lower back pain, migraines, whiplash, sciatica, sports injuries, herniated discs, headaches, and complications from pregnancy. For more information about today's sponsor, Roger Stein Chiropractic, they can be called at 936-441-9990 or go online to rogersteinchiropractic.com. New patients pay only $37 with all proceeds.
Y'all, okay, we're back with Michele Kooken with Yes to Youth. Welcome to the Conroe Culture News Show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you both, you and Margie, both for having me out today. It's exciting. This is my second podcast ever, so I'm a little nervous still.
No, don't be nervous. It's just us.
It's just us. We're just having
Us
just
girls.
a chat.
Yep.
We're just chatting it
Just
up.
hanging out.
It's all good.
That's
No.
right.
Super exciting times. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Yes. Well, we're excited to hear all that you have going on. So tell us a little bit about Yes to Youth for those who are not familiar with your organization.
Yeah, I surely will. So Yes to Youth was founded in 1979. So this year we celebrate 45 years of existence.
amazing.
Yes,
Wow.
it is pretty amazing. We elected not to really celebrate it big this year and save it for the 50th year, since we have some other competing events this year for other 50th anniversary. So we wanted to give them the limelight they deserve for all that they do. But so Yes to Youth started as as a shelter for youth in crisis. Actually was a young man. His parents both died in a fatal car crash, and this was before cell phones and before computers and all of that, and they weren't able to locate his family, next of kin, for 3 days, so they didn't have a place to house him. So he actually stayed in the county jail for 3 days, which no parent wants to see any child go through that, especially after a traumatic experience. So that was the beginning of Montgomery County Youth Services. And then in I believe Margie just asked me this, about 2018 or 2019, the name was changed to Yes to Youth. They wanted something that was more actionable. It was kind of a misnomer, thinking that it was part of the county, and it's an independent nonprofit agency in the county.
And it's
serving
positive,
county.
yes.
It is a positive.
Yes,
yes,
to youth.
it's
It's like-
actionable. Yes, we're going to say yes to these kids.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to give them a chance. So we started as a shelter and evolved from there. That we're an emergency youth shelter serving youth 11 to 17 that are going through crisis. They've been removed from their home for no reason of their own. Most of these children are through CPS that we get. So we offer them a nurturing and warm environment for them to heal from their crisis and their trauma, so that they can then grow and be productive citizens in the community and enjoy life like it was meant to be enjoyed. So we really give them that stability to center themselves, to regulate themselves, to understand why they're going through the things they're going through, give them the counseling that they need and the nurturing. And we provide this, we have a fabulous facility here in Conroe. It's 7 acres that has evolved over the years, but we've been in that same location and just completed construction on our new facility in October. So we're very, very proud of that.
It's exciting.
It is
needed
very
to be,
exciting, yes.
redone a little bit.
We increased our capacity. We doubled our capacity from 15 to 30 youth.
Wow.
You hate that you have to do that, but these days it seems to be kind of a growing trend on all the nonprofits. There's a huge need for a lot of services. So, again, our primary focus was helping youth and providing shelter for those in crisis. We then added, realizing the needs of youth and counseling and how they were thriving with that counseling, we added on counseling services. So our mission is twofold. One being the shelter, and the second part is providing mental health and emotional support through counseling. That includes crisis interventions when things happen at schools or in the community, and then most importantly, suicide prevention. I don't know if you ladies know this, but the suicide rate in Montgomery County is actually higher than Harris County. It's just really
higher
sad.
than anywhere in the country.
It's
from
really,
what
really sad.
Trey Diller was saying, and the reason for his biggest Texas event.
Yes, and we participated in that as well.
Yes.
It was a great exposure. But you're right. It is huge. It's growing. It's really sad. We find out a lot of times the reasons are just they don't know how to cope with things, and so they see that as their only way out. So part of Yes to Youth's mission is to help them figure out what that is that's bothering them, help them cope with it, help them regulate, help them understand so that they can move past it and have a fulfilling life and learning how to cope with those things. We a lot of times we find when we get these youth and counseling services, it's much more than just that child. We find there's other things going on in the family, and we end up expanding to provide the whole family counseling and mental health services. So, and a lot of times it's just the stress from living. My gosh, you touched on earlier the cost of rent and the cost of living right now and how that's growing so much. That's what we're seeing is a big, the biggest reason why people are stressed out and anxious is because the cost of living is so high.
There's crises within the family unit and loss of jobs or just all kinds of things going on. But your goal is always the kids.
Yes.
And reunification with the
With
family
families.
unit.
Yes.
Because they can only stay at the shelter for how long now?
The shelter, we're licensed for 90 days. Now,
Okay.
there are some instances when the court sees fit or the caseworker from CPS that we can extend the stay. We actually have, we've had several young folks with us this year that have exceeded that 90-day window, and they've actually been with us. One child was with us for 9 months. He really thrived in our environment and got the structure that he needed, the
And
counseling.
that's so important because
this-
when they get moved
yes.
around, especially as teens,
Yes. They're already going
It's
through
very
so many weird
destructive.
things.
It's very destructive
Yeah.
for them.
It is.
And if you can imagine, when I used to work there 2005 to 2010.
And we're grateful for that.
and
Thank you.
did a lot of outreach. But the main reason these kids were at the shelter or homeless per se, a lot of times it has to do with the parent situation, the family dynamics.
It does.
And yet school was their safe place. So I know they regularly attend school, Willis High School,
Willis.
right?
Yes, they're zoned to
And
Willis.
It's zoned for Willis. And it gives them that consistency and nurturing they
Stability.
so need. And, you have different people that come in with programs and you do the counseling and all that. So I just always love what you do. And it's unique. You're the only one doing this as far as a shelter. And you provide the 24-hour crisis intervention too.
Yes, we do. We have an 800 number for crisis intervention that we can come in and help. We have staff on call 24/7 to be able to help those that are in need. Something else that we do that a lot of folks don't know about is we work in partnership with all the school districts in our county. So
That's
if
what I
there
was
is,
going to ask.
yes.
I think you're saying,
So
Do you
if
still
there-
have satellite offices?
We do. We have 4 locations: Magnolia, Conroe, Splendora, and the Woodlands, and then the shelter is
Okay.
in Conroe. So we actually have 5 properties.
You're very active in
Yes.
the community.
We try
Throughout
to be
throughout the county.
the county. We really
Yes.
do. We know we have some areas we need to work on. We know East County has a huge need for support, and we're actually partnering with Community Assistance Center. They have something going on later for back to school, and we're going to partner with them so we can share what our services are, because that's an area that really needs some support in this community, in this county. So, but we do work with the school districts if there is a crisis in a school, if there's a completed suicide, if there's a tragic accident. We are
You're there.
We are there.
Yep,
The
I
school
remember that.
districts call us in, and we go in and help them kind of work through that tragedy or that crisis, if you will, to help them, because a lot of times the staff is not prepared for the kinds of questions and
Sure.
the things that are going
It's
on
not
with
their
these.
specialty.
It's not their specialty. They're focused on educating them and getting them on to college or to the next level, whatever that is. So we go in and partner with them. I've had a chance to meet with some of the school nurses and obviously some of the administrators and staff and that, and it's just, they're so
important.
grateful for to have us as a resource. Magnolia ISD, we spent a lot of time with them this spring, unfortunately, but they have proven to be such a great partner, and they believe in what we do, and we believe in being a great partner to them. So that's something that we provide that a lot of people don't really know about. So we're very proud
Thank
of
you
that.
for sharing that.
Yeah.
And your counselors are all licensed counselors too. You can't just volunteer to go
That is correct. They're
counsel
licensed
people. They know what
counselors.
they're doing.
Yes.
They have to take extra education annually.
Yes,
you
they
know,
do.
to keep it updated. So it's similar to if you were teaching something, you have to have those
Those
credentials. It's very professional.
Yes.
Professional, but yet very caring and passionate about helping the youth.
And we have one, she's actually a family support specialist that has been with the agency for 30
Who is that?
years.
Oh,
Terry.
wow.
What's Terry's last name?
Oh my gosh, you just
Okay, we'll
just
forget.
I blanked.
I know,
Sorry.
I do that too.
Terry, don't hate me.
I'm like, oh my gosh, because it's been almost 20 years.
Yes.
Well, no, I left
But-
in 2010.
But she's really passionate about the youth that come through there, and she's kind of that steadfast, true, just having that somebody steady in your life. I even find myself in
Yeah.
her office every night. Terry, can I have a session? And she's like, no, Michele, you can't. These are just for
sure.
the kids.
Yeah.
That's what we were
right.
saying the last time with the lady from CASA is that it's good for everyone to have some of these skills and the training, because you never know when you're interacting with somebody, especially a child, how you will affect him or her. So I love that y'all are going into the schools and helping bridge that gap, because the educators themselves have so much
They have so many things that they're responsible
so much on their
for.
plate.
Yes.
And
as
so many
well.
students. I
many
mean,
students,
seriously,
yeah.
the classroom size is large, and when there's an issue, they can't stop and just do that.
There's
Yeah.
protocols and regulations and checks and balances and all of that. So we're glad to partner with them. And you brought up CASA, so we do work with CASA as well.
Okay.
And they have a TBRI trained.
Yes.
That's what we were talking
Training.
We
about.
talked about that last week.
And so
Yes.
we participate with them on that, and they've done some trainings out at the shelter for our staff too, because we find that that's really important. So
Yes,
we
it
really
is.
try hard to partner with other agencies in the community assistance and interfaith when we have clients that have some housing needs, or they just need some additional resources. We've partnered with them and Montgomery County Food Bank. We work with Mosaics of Mercy as a resource for people, because so many people go there. We're a resource for that. So, I strongly believe in relationships and partnerships. And so we've worked really hard to build and build the ones that we had and build new ones, to strengthen those
course.
relationships, because that's what this is all about. And you kind of talked about it at the very beginning about it's just important in community to have those longstanding relationships and knowing when you can count on someone, if you need a resource, that somebody is there to help you.
It's the best part of Montgomery County.
It
Yes,
is.
people know people.
They do, and they want to help out, and they
Sure.
want to be part of that. So one thing, we talked about the services that we provided in our shelter. So one other thing I'd love to share with you both, which, Margie, I know you know this, but just in the community at large, we do all of this at no cost to our clients.
It's the best thing.
That's the best
so
thing.
great.
It is free to our clients. And so I would imagine people are going, how can that happen? So we have local, state, and federal grants that we depend on and that we apply for just about every year. We also partner with United Way and receive funding from them. So they're another resource that we offer out to our clients as well. So we get funding from those places. We apply for them. We have rigorous reports that we have to provide and show that we are making an impact. But then we also count on donations from individuals and foundations in our community.
And fundraisers.
And last but not least, the fundraisers, which is kind of why we kind of started talking about all of this, was our gala that's coming up on August the 10th. Saturday night at 6 p.m. at the Woodlands Waterway Marriott. We still have some tables available and some sponsorships and individual tickets. It will be a wonderful evening. I started out as a gala chair and have kind of worked into this role from that. I have a passion for this organization. I've been a volunteer, a donor, and an advocate since 2016. So it's very near and dear to my heart, and my husband has done lots with it as well. So we're just very passionate about the agency as a whole, and it's been a fun journey. But what's really been fun about this group of chairs, they've chaired galas before for this agency, but they've come together and brought their unique talents. So this year is a little different theme. It's pop art inspired by Andy Warhol and balloon
Sounds
dogs.
fun.
Oh, yes. And we're an agency for
Funky.
kids. It should be fun.
Right?
So I'm really excited about the energy and the passion that they have and that they're bringing to the evening. So we'll see lots of colorful things. We have some really cool, I don't want to give away all the surprises, but some really cool features that we're going to show. We have an after party afterwards. Of course, we'll have bid boards in that at the beginning. We have an auction, a live auction that has some really great, unique packages to purchase. There's a trip to the Netherlands. Ooh. There is a wine dinner in the only subterranean wine cellar in the Woodlands. In this area, so that's kind of unique. We're flying in. We had a winery from California that knows the family well. They're flying in to do the wine tasting, and Santis is doing a 5-course amazing menu. I can't even. Chef started telling me some things, and I was like, my mind is blown. This
Just
sounds
show up
amazing.
and taste it.
Yes, I just want to eat it. Can I come?
Yeah.
We have a bourbon tasting in a private home, followed by a dinner with Tris. We have a trip to. Oh my gosh, I have to check my notes. We have one more trip. There's one to the Netherlands. Oh, it's actually a kind of a staycation trip. It's to Houston, of all places, to the Post Oak Hotel. But you get there by way of either a luxury vehicle from Post Oak Motors or a helicopter. So there's some fun things coming out. So, to learn more, ask me about it, call us, email us, buy tickets.
And that date again is
August 10th.
August 10th, and that will be at the Waterway Marriott.
In the Woodlands, yes.
Can you share, Michele, a little bit on that, your 24-hour crisis hotline? Just share the number or
Sure.
so if someone is needing to use that, I love sharing those resources right then, and they can save that to their phones.
So our 24-hour hotline is 888-756-8682.
Okay.
And we have counselors available 24/7. If the other, I always share the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, and that is just dialing 988.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I
So
didn't know
that's
that.
another
Yeah, I didn't know
resource
that either.
too.
That's good information. And a lot of this is on your website.
Correct.
Which is sayyes2youth.org.
.org.
Sayyes2youth.org. And it's the same on your socials.
Yes.
So just look at it. Consistency is so important.
It is. It so is.
Yeah, so you can find all the information. You can sign up for the gala on there. And, be a part of it. Be a part of something that's going to make an impact in these youth in our community, because they need it. There's homeless youth throughout the community, and
There
people don't
absolutely
realize that.
is.
There's a count every January. I've participated in that in the past. And there's kids that are staying at other kids' houses for various reasons.
Yes.
And
They call that
so-
couch surfing.
Yes.
Yes.
There actually used to be a group in Magnolia High School that met once a week at different periods because they helped each other out. That was a long time ago, but there's more to it. And homeless youth aren't homeless for anything they did wrong. They're generally
right.
not kids that have done drugs or drinking. It's situations
It
that have
absolutely
left them
is.
homeless.
It absolutely
So
is.
thank you for what you do
Oh,
to
thank
our
you.
community.
Well, at Yes to Youth, we like to empower people to be the difference, be a difference maker. So thank you for being a difference maker and having us on and helping us share the word and about our services and how we can make a difference in the lives of the youth, because they are our future.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Margie. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Conroe Culture News is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic. Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers, has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County for lower back pain, migraines, whiplash, sciatica, sports injuries, herniated discs, headaches, and complications from pregnancy. For more information about today's sponsor, Roger Stein Chiropractic, they can be called at 936-441-9990 or go online to rogersteinchiropractic.com. New patients pay only $37 with all proceeds.
Does your company have needs that can be met by an employee who is dependable, hardworking, enthusiastic, motivated, cooperative, respectful, and punctual? Conroe Independent School District Special Education Department can meet your needs by connecting you with potential employees that have been preparing for a lifetime of employment. We have numerous individuals seeking paid and unpaid work experiences. If your company is interested in seeing how we can meet your business needs, call Conroe ISD Special Education Department to find the best employees for you at 936-709-7671.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
What can the Better Living for Texans program do for you? You can learn how to increase your consumption of fruits and vegetables, choose foods that are relatively inexpensive and good to eat, make your food dollars last longer, prepare quick, nutritious meals, help your children learn how to eat healthier snacks, and much more. Our program is committed to helping people like you improve your health through providing research-based nutrition education in a friendly, cost-free, and relaxed environment. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dance Time in Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floor. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
What is homelessness? Have you seen parents struggle to find a job without having transportation or childcare? What about the children sleeping in cars with nothing to eat? Families shouldn't have to struggle to survive, and children should not be homeless. Family Promise of Montgomery County serves the needs of homeless families and their children. Learn about ways you can help and learn about partnership opportunities at www.familypromiseofmc.org or call our day center at 936-441-8778.
And in our second segment today, we have Dennis Feely, who's the assistant manager of Restore. If y'all don't know, that's on Highway 242 in Conroe. And it's not a scary place. It's the best place to shop. And we're going to tell you why, because it all funds Habitat for Humanity of Montgomery County. Sitting next to him is Patricia Etris. She's the director of strategic partnerships. And you can find them at habitatmctx.org, and you can find them on Facebook. Restore has its own site that's part of the website of Habitat for Humanity, habitatmctx.org. And Jessica, do you know about Habitat?
You know, we were just talking about that earlier. I heard of y'all. I've driven by there, but I'm always like, I don't know, exactly what it is or if I can go in. So yeah, I'm excited to learn more about y'all and how we can get involved. So yeah.
So Patricia, first of all,
yes,
let's talk about the mission of Habitat.
Yes.
People have probably heard about Habitat in the past, but maybe they don't know you have a whole community in Conroe.
No.
I bet they don't.
Probably not. Most people know a bit about Habitat for Humanity. They've seen the bigger picture. They don't know that there's the international, and then there are 1,000 affiliates across the country. And we are one of them in Montgomery County, so we're independent. We do all our own fundraising, and all the money that people give us stays right here to help with affordable housing in Montgomery County. Many people think we give away homes. We don't. We work with families that are in unsafe or unhealthy living conditions, and we help them build a home. And we have this beautiful community right here in Conroe, Cedar Creek, where we've been building since 2009. We'll have 129 homes when we're complete there.
And that's on 10th Street, and they feed into what school that's over there, that elementary school?
Oh, no. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
It's
a Conroe
I drive by it
ISD.
every day.
How many houses do you have in that community?
Well, it'll be 129 when we're done, and we only have 9 left. So about 120 right now.
Then moving on to a new community.
New community out in Magnolia. So that's very exciting. And there'll be lots of exciting news about that coming soon. So.
And they're great houses. I've
They're
been to
beautiful
those
houses.
ribbon cuttings, and the people are so excited to have that house because, again, they earned it by doing sweat equity. And some of them at Restore, right? Even the kids have to participate in doing something for this house, and they got to pay a mortgage.
That's right. They do the
It's not
sweat
free.
equity. They do 350 hours of sweat equity, and then they buy the home, and we hold the mortgage, and it's a zero interest mortgage, and we work with them to make sure that it's affordable. So it's less than 30% of their income, and they can start planning for the future. They can, put away money for kids' college, and they don't have to worry about the rent on a nasty, place that isn't healthy or safe going up constantly. Yeah. They can start planning.
I love that.
So it's great. I mean, if you don't have a house.
Nope. And we've seen
what?
All the outcomes, health outcomes get better, child development outcomes get better. Everything.
The kids do better in school.
They do much better. Everything goes better when people feel safe and they know their housing is safe.
So let's talk about Restore.
All right, let's talk about the Restore.
How long you been there, Dennis?
I'm going on 7 years at the Restore.
Okay, you work with my pal Misty.
Yes, I sure do.
So tell me about it. So can anybody go?
Yes, we are open to the public, and our hours are from Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We also take donations, and our donation door is open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 o'clock in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon.
Okay.
What do you take?
We actually have a list. You can go to our website, and we have a donation
better
list.
off,
that we
what
can
do you
take.
not take?
Yeah. There's a lot of
Yeah.
things there's a guideline you can actually get on our website, and it'll tell you what we do take and what we don't take. That's a lot easier probably if you get on a website and take a look at that instead of me telling you everything we do and don't take. So,
But we don't do clothing.
no, we definitely don't do clothing.
Right. So it's all home goods,
Yeah.
essentially, and home building goods. Right?
Yeah.
Home building,
Yeah, that's
home
what I was gonna
improvement.
ask.
You can find a lot of new things there still in the packages that people bought, or contractors might have bought for something they're doing or helping another person in the community, and they donate those things. But you have furniture.
Yeah, we have furniture, we have cabinets, we have light fixtures, doors, bathtubs. It's a pretty good variety of items that we have.
So instead of going to Home Depot or Lowe's, look there first. It's going to be probably less money, and it goes back to get affordable, safe housing for people in the community that need it.
Yep.
It's a no-brainer.
Yes.
And we have some beautiful things because we're so fortunate. Some of our donors, when they redo their house, they move, they donate beautiful furniture items that you can't get at Lowe's or
Wow.
Target or something, and you get it for a great price.
That's
I
what
know. I bought a beautiful bed there last year, and it's just gorgeous.
That's what I was thinking. I when I redid one of my homes, the lights in my home, it's like, what do you do with these things? Nothing's wrong with them. It's just if it's a different look or something like that. So it's good to know that we have a place to take that. Do y'all offer any type of delivery for the larger items? Will
No,
y'all
ma'am,
for
we
a
don't
fee?
do deliveries. Yeah.
Okay, or
You
do y'all
pick
work
up, don't
with?
you?
We do pick up.
Sorry, I meant the pickup if
Yeah,
we have
do
larger
pick up.
items. Okay.
Yeah, you just go to our website and schedule a pickup, and we go out
Wonderful.
to certain areas on certain days.
Okay.
So,
Does there seem to be more items than others that y'all go through quickly or that you see or do really well there we could be thinking of?
Yeah, furniture is our definitely number one item. We sell
Okay.
a lot of furniture.
Okay.
Everything it sells pretty well. Just about everything in the store. Appliances they sell extremely
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Appliances,
Okay.
You
like
know,
washer, dryer.
washer, dryers, refrigerators, and
Okay.
stuff like microwaves, things
Do you
like that.
check them to make sure they're running?
Yes. We test everything first, and if it doesn't work properly, we actually don't even put it on the floor for sale.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's good to know. So furnishings and lighting, light fixtures, and appliances, right?
Oh, yeah.
Lots of light fixtures.
lots of
Yeah.
light
Beautiful-
fixtures.
We
Amazing.
donated to there
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of light fixtures.
Okay, that's
Yeah, the best thing to do is just come by our store and come
Yeah.
shopping and see what we have in there. You may see something you can't live without.
yeah.
So,
And
And
it's the
you have
kind of
sales too.
yes, we do have sales. We discount things. If they've been there for a certain amount of time, we lower the prices on them every other week. So
Okay.
we do have discounts.
And then how would they? I know that Margie was telling me too about that y'all have an eBay page, so you can shop online. Can y'all share a little bit about that as well?
Yes, ma'am. I'm really not involved in eBay, but I know they started about a little over a month ago, and sales are
Okay.
doing
That's
extremely
I
well on
didn't even know you
eBay.
offered that.
Yeah. that's
Yeah,
really
we're
neat.
trying to start it up, and it's going very well right now. So,
Okay. Very
Sometimes
cool.
we get things in that may be interesting to a broader audience. People outside may not be the person that walks in, maybe antique things or
Yes.
and just even just things that from around the store. But they're working on that. We have a woman that's come just to help us with that, and it's going really well. So check it
Okay, I love
out
that
through our
idea.
website.
Okay.
yes, definitely check it out.
I thought you had a Christmas sale going on too.
Yeah,
Christmas in July.
yeah, we're in the end of that.
That's kind of fun. Yeah.
It's coming up.
So I just highly encourage people to go out there and see what's there because being that you take donations and things, you have new merchandise all the time.
Yes, we do.
So even if I was there last week, it might look different this week.
That's right. It's the
Yeah,
kind
we-
of store you go to
Yeah,
often.
we get merchandise every day, and we change it out every day. Once some item sells, we move it off the floor so we can replace it with new items.
Okay.
So it changes on a daily basis.
What about, do y'all have any other items? I know it would be impossible to feature all of them, but do y'all feature certain things on your socials or anything like that that we can be checking on for
Yes, what Misty does is every Friday morning she'll actually do a video, walk through the store and talk to
Okay.
everybody and do a video to let them know what's on sale and what items we have and stuff like that.
Okay, so Friday mornings.
Friday morning she'll post it.
They
on
have their
there.
own individual Facebook page.
Yes.
Okay.
For Restore.
Okay, and what is that on Facebook? I know we'll share the links on here as well. Is it Restore?
Yeah, Habitat for
Habitat,
Humanity to
yeah.
Restore.
Restore.
Habitat MCTX Restore.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, that'll be something that y'all can be putting on there on Fridays, kind of like, we do in the stores. When they restock, get on there, check y'all out, and go from there.
We also put out a weekly newsletter, so you can go on our website, sign up for the newsletter, and then every week you'll get what the sales are, what's happening, what's big. Occasionally we've had, a truckload of lighting fixtures, so we do a blitz sale, so you get all that information through the newsletter too.
Okay,
You
great.
can't miss the store. As you're heading east on 242, it's a big old place. I mean, you pass all the food places, I believe, and then suddenly it's just there. Seriously, you can't miss it. So,
Right next to Whataburger.
yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that drive by our store every single day and don't realize that we're there.
Do you have a sign outside that says open to the public?
No, we don't. We don't right
Just
now.
throw
It's
that
on
out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Open
Yeah.
to the public.
We've-
I know
we've-
that there's some people that could do that for
We've
you
tried
that are
putting
even on your
signs.
board.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried putting signs outside, but it's so windy up here
Open
in
to
the
the
Conroe
public.
area, it
Yeah.
just knocks the signs down.
Well,
so,
some kind of a banner thing I think would be cool.
yeah.
Big
Yeah,
banner.
just to let them know, because like I said, I heard of Habitat for Humanity, of course, and I knew about the store, but I just wasn't quite sure. I don't know. I wasn't quite sure it was a
You weren't sure if it's okay
retail
to
that
go
you can
in,
buy
right.
in
Right.
there. Yeah.
They think
So-
it's just a place to donate.
and
Or-
is
yeah.
that used to build the homes? I wasn't sure. So yeah, I'm excited to check y'all out. So
And
So
there's
it-
lots of building materials too. Cabinets,
Oh.
sinks, bathtubs, all kinds of flooring,
Windows,
paint.
doors.
Yeah.
So if you're remodeling your house or changing up the bathroom or anything like that,
Yep.
it's less expensive and it goes to help people with affordable housing. It just is a no-brainer to me. It's so easy.
And I
So-
love too, it seems like you're, like you said earlier, and with people we've had on the show since I've been co-hosting with Margie, is that it's a ripple effect. So yes, this is a very, safety and having a place, but then it affects so many people in the family, which affects them at their school and our community. And so I just love the people that you've had on the show, Margie, just showing it's one piece, but we need all these pieces for to grow and thrive as a community. So thank you for what y'all are doing. It's
Thank you.
very
Well, I'd like you to talk a little bit about your other programs too, if you don't mind, Patricia.
Sure.
The resale,
Can I-
restore funds.
At the Restore?
No, the
Oh.
other programs.
Oh, I did want to mention our new deconstruction program at the Restore.
Right. Tell me about that.
So that is new. So if you are doing a major or even mid-level renovation, if you're taking your whole house down or whatever, we have a program where we will you can sign up with us. We'll send people out. They will take it down so that it can be salvaged.
Oh wow.
So we will salvage everything we can, and then everything that can't be salvaged, we will send to be recycled if possible. So a lot of things, normally if you just hire someone to come out and do that, they'll just take it all and all go to the landfill. So this way, even if we can't sell it, it's recycled if possible, and then we sell it, goes to a good cause, and you have an appraiser. So we do have a fee for this, but we help you itemize all the items that we take, and you get a tax receipt.
Okay.
So what we've seen in the couple we've done is usually your tax receipt is bigger than what
Yeah.
the fee is. And then, of course, we just charge for the time it takes us to do that, and then all those things get sold and again go towards our mission.
I think that would be something that maybe we need to get out in the community, especially in the aftermath of the hurricane storm we just had, of some of the damage, trees fallen primarily, because we had a lot of wind out here that, of course we know that because everywhere we go there's debris that's being picked up.
Yep.
So I love that you mentioned that. and put it at the forefront of people. And then when they're getting ready to rebuild, they come shop again, right?
That's right. Yeah, they donate their
Talk about
furniture,
the
they
circle
buy new
effect.
furniture.
So, there it is. I
it's a-
love that. Yes.
It's a great place to shop for things if you're fixing up your house after the hurricane and, you know, you need
right
building materials or something. It's also a great place to shop for
Or
that.
even now that we're getting back to school, but for those who have kids going, you know, away from home, and there's things that you want, you know, that maybe you haven't been thinking about. Okay, all those little things you don't think about until you need them, right? That add up. So I think that would be a good place to start too for
all kinds of
your
things. You got to
children
check
moving
it out to see what's there. Yeah.
For college kids, for their
College
dorm
kids,
room,
yeah.
they need stuff, right?
Or their apartment, you know, their first apartment. I think that's really cool.
And I don't know if any of those things, Dennis, are on the tax-free weekend or not, but maybe, because that's coming up.
Yeah.
It
Yes,
is.
it's definitely coming up.
Yeah.
And we do have items on tax-free weekend.
Okay.
See, so, and I'm sure you'll be posting that. Misty will. I used to work with Misty at the Montgomery County Food Bank.
Okay.
Years ago. Yes. She's a great person. So the other programs you have a Veterans Build, you have Aging in Place Initiative, to mention a couple of them.
Yep.
So tell me about those.
So most people only know about the houses we build, but we also do critical home repairs. So there are lots of people in Montgomery County who own a home, but they, you know, there's got issues, you know, bad roofs, bad HVAC, no air conditioning. They need a wheelchair ramp. So we have funding to help those people, especially. So the Aging in Place, we have special funding
noticed you
just for
pointed
the
at me.
elderly. No, but you mentioned it.
That's okay.
Yes, so
I
we have
accept
funding. Veterans, we have funding for veterans. We're trying to get the word out to do home repairs, because we know it's not just people that don't have a home and need a home. Sometimes they just need help making it safe and livable. And we do lots of wheelchair ramps. We can come in and redo a shower, you know, make it adaptable for someone who's aging or disabled. We do all that kind of work. So, yes, we love to get that out. Most people don't know about it, and when they hear about it, they usually go, oh, I
didn't know they did
somebody.
that.
I know
Yes.
someone who needs that. Yeah, so again, you go on our website and find the information, and if you can't find it, there's my contact info on there, and, you know, reach out to any of us.
And are there certain requirements that when you have someone come to you that you look at, or that they have to meet? So eligibility.
There are.
requirements?
So
Okay.
so we work with people that are low to mid income.
Okay.
So their income requirements, and then we only work with if they own their home and are up to date on their payments and things
Okay.
for the critical home repair. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good to know, huh?
That is good to know.
This is great information.
It is. I can think of, you know, especially through church and different people that, you know, like a lot of times they have a home, but they need that little bit of that help, you know,
Yep.
a little, especially as when they have a wheelchair or different things, and it's
Yep.
just kind of like we were saying before, you don't realize all the things you need until you need them. Well, I think that would be a great reference for those people.
And allowing people to stay in their homes as they
That's
age.
right.
And,
Yeah.
and we can do that. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
So
that you
many
do
great
that.
things. And you can volunteer there too. You can volunteer at the
Oh,
store,
yeah.
right?
Yes, you sure
Was gonna
can.
ask.
Yeah,
Yes,
you can
we're
volunteer
always-
there. You can volunteer to actually build a house with
Yeah.
people that, even if you've never swung a hammer, they
Yep.
will be with you.
Yep,
telling
you don't have to have any background, and we'll help you, and you'll learn something too. I learned how to caulk. So-
I think that was something too. I think that might make people hesitant, like, oh, I can't do these certain things, but there really is something anyone can do.
Absolutely.
So show up and get involved, and everyone has a way that they can help for sure.
Help with something. And if you're an event person, volunteer to be out and do their events.
That's right.
They have a big gala,
Big
April
gala every year.
annually.
Yes,
around
it's
April.
May 3rd this year.
May,
in 25.
May 3rd, okay.
2025. And the nice thing is, if you during the summer you volunteer at the Restore and there's air conditioning. Which it's one thing we don't have out at the build site. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always looking for volunteers at the store, so they help out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I would think
groups too.
Yeah,
Churches or any kind of group.
that's what I was
organization.
thinking. Like, go and get your service hours in, or make it as a group. And obviously it would be anywhere from stocking the shelves to kind of in the back end to actually, do you ever need help with like the actual taking the, payment or at the register, or what are some of
No,
the
we
ways
have
they can-
cashiers that actually do that. The
Okay.
volunteers come in, they'll clean up the merchandise for us as we
Okay.
put it on the floor, bring it out from the warehouse, put it on the floor. So it's a pretty good program. If you want to volunteer, you can actually go to our website and sign up for volunteer. And you want to talk to Ida Weaver. She's our volunteer coordinator. So if you want to get in touch with her, that'd be great. We're always looking for volunteers for sure.
Wonderful.
Don't say no to volunteers.
No,
all right?
ma'am. we can use all the help we can get.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they'll work with groups up to 10, 15 people.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my next question. Just what kind of, as people think it's sometimes it's more fun just to be with other people in your group. Go in, you can do that together.
Well, it's a
and then-
team building thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do that, whether it's your group or a group of kids or even with your business or something. I think it's nice just to show that servanthood. So, yeah.
Yeah, we have some companies that will come out and do a home build one month, and then another time they'll go over to the Restore and work there.
Okay.
And you could also sponsor a build, right?
Oh, yes.
Tell
We're
me,
always
John
looking.
Cooper, how many houses have they built?
John Cooper is just about to start their 25th house.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh, wow.
So, yes.
And you could be a newbie, too. You don't have to do 25 years. You can just do a one and done. But it all matters.
Yep, every little bit helps. And we're very excited. We're going to kick off 5 new houses starting in September. And, as we're getting close to the end of Cedar Creek, it's kind of exciting.
It is exciting.
We, this community is almost complete. You can come out and see it. It's beautiful. And then the excitement around getting ready for our new neighborhood, which is going to be beautiful. Out
And
there
that-
In Magnolia.
Oh, Magnolia. And so when you're going to build a home, how does that process work? Do you have a certain set amount and then you go and look for, does it have to be an all or one person, funding that home, or how does that work? Or how can people get involved? Just to put an idea of who could contribute to that.
Every little bit helps. And
Okay.
a lot of people, I think, don't think about Habitat in that way. They think
Right.
about it for volunteering, and they think, well, I can't afford to pay for a house, a
Yes.
full house. So, but we use every little bit. Generally, our sponsorships don't cover the cost of a full house. So it's all the donations we get throughout the
Okay.
year. Every little $5, $10, $100 donation helps us.
Okay.
So people can give whatever works for them. Monthly donations, we love monthly donations because we know they're coming in every month.
You plan.
And even if they're little bits, you can plan ahead. So, yes, we are always looking for help with that.
Can they do it for specific things that can be earmarked, like for the aging,
Yeah. That's what I'm
aging in place initiative, or veterans, or anything like that?
Absolutely.
Home repair,
Absolutely.
they can mark it, I really want to help
Yep.
with families aging in place.
Right.
Okay.
Yep, and we have the Veteran Initiative, which is, we try to build a veteran house each, build, and we do veteran repairs. So that has been growing, lots of interest in that, and so.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Big
Yeah.
event, November.
November. Yep.
Oh,
It's
that's coming up.
Habitat for Heroes, November 3rd, I believe, this year. It's the first Monday in November.
Mercedes-Benz.
Yep.
At the Woodlands.
And that's really one of our dear sponsors, Momentum Title, does that. They hold it for us every year. And they were instrumental in getting this program started for us, and it has grown. So by getting that seed funding, we've been able to get other grants to help more and more veterans. And we're really excited and about doing more with that as we go forward. So.
Okay. Habitat for Humanity, habitatmctx.org, and you can go and see all the affiliate programs they have. It will take you off to Restore to see some of the things they have going on in their donation page, the do's and don'ts of donating. Open to everyone on the days they're open. You don't have to be a contractor. And how to volunteer for the good for either Restore or Habitat for Humanity Montgomery County. Just get involved, right?
Yes, please.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
This concludes our show today, and I want to give a shout out to Stacy Rogers with Roger Stein Chiropractic. We appreciate your sponsorship. So until next Monday, thank you, and thanks for tuning in.